Hello, I'm Blake Godby from Vintage Motors of Sarasota, here with our 1989 Nissan Pao. I love this little car. We actually bought it for our private collection in 2022. Just a fun little thing. We had never owned a sort of JDM car like this. We had a 70 Mazda Cosmo prior, but it wasn't anything kind of this 80s, 90s era, which seems to be the trend. So we decided we would jump on the action. So Nissan Pao, at the time, I knew absolutely nothing about these cars, like a lot of us who are buying JDM cars today. So I think we got lucky. This car is not rotten. There's no rust through this thing. We did a few things. New tires, rebuilt the carburetor. We did new engine mounts, so that's both engine mounts in this car. We got those from Japan. It's actually I'd say fairly easy to get the parts over here. It took a couple weeks, but they did show up, so that is one of the things that I was fearful of when purchasing it, but it is something that you can do, and I'm happy if you purchase this vehicle to send you the links to where to buy parts, because it's actually quite easy to do. So we did the new tires with the thin white wall on there. We cleaned the interior up a little bit. Car didn't really need much. I've probably driven it, I don't know, 1,000 miles since we purchased it, just kind of driving it around town. It's actually quite utilitarian, like, you know, the windows open up right here. This little back gate area opens up, which is pretty cool. The seat folds down here. Let me open this up for you guys. So this opens up. I went to Home Depot in it, which was pretty cool. It gets a lot of attention, but you can actually just put things in here. This is something you could just use in like a small town, small city, big city, wherever you want. Like, it's usable, fun. It gets like 40 plus miles to the gallon. You know, the Japanese obviously know what they're doing. Interior is in quite good condition. I love that radio down there. Everything just looks so interesting. Like, we don't get cool cars like this in America. Like, everything's very different looking. I don't know how to explain how like wild it is to have this. There's a scratch right here on the front bumper. Right here, there's some little nicks right here at the bottom of that fender. And then some obvious wear from, you know, opening the driver's door here. 4-cylinder engine. It actually moves pretty good around town. Like, I've cruised this thing. I actually drove it down 75, 3 exits. I was in the slow lane, but it did it. It felt pretty together. Very comfortable. I think you could actually be a taller guy. One of our guys that works here is about 6'2", and he fits perfectly in this car. So that's good. I'm only about 5'10". So I say that as a joke from the videographer laughing behind the camera. But no, only about 5'10". Great little piece. You can see that it says Nissan on the lights here. A little Nissan there. The sticker that I cannot decipher. The little Nissan Pao here. I assume that this has something to do with Japanese registration or parking, or it might be just sort of getting the car inspected. Maybe somebody down in the comments can tell me what this means, but pretty cool little stuff that they left all the Japanese little stickers and things all over it. But again, cool piece. Air conditioning is okay. It's not like the wildest thing ever. I'd say it's a little bit better than the 80s air conditioning, but it's not terrible and it's not blowing you out of the seat. So great car. I think we should just get in the car and drive, because that's the best part. All right, now we're in the Pao. Let me show you this, because, you know, we like it. I know it's spelled wrong, but it's funny. So, you know, Pao. I like it. It's cool. Fires right up. Oh, we also did a fuel filter. We did a bunch of little things. Like I said, carburetor rebuild, fuel filter, oil change. We just did the oil change maybe like 25 miles ago or so. It's showing 147,844.1 kilometers on there. We have had no real mechanical issues. The car has never left me on the side of the road. We have wonderful seat belts here that go over, which is great. Put them on here. We like that. Put your seatbelt on. All right, let's go for a drive. Horns horny. Oh, another thing I really like about this car. This is cool. So when you back up, it's like going to Home Depot. Love it. Beep, beep.
Did you use that at Home Depot when you went?
Yeah, I did. You got the sun visor here. Again, more writing I cannot understand. I assume this is telling me instructions of things. The little wing windows right there. Pretty cool piece. Stop here. Brakes work quite well in this car. Just a big fan. This one's kind of a little bit hard for us to let go. I really like this car. It's a lot of smiles per mile, and there's a lot of smiles you get from the outside of the car because people just want to know what it is, and it's fun and it's inviting. The steering wheel alignment is a tad bit off, but the road is a little off kilter here. So when we smooth out, I'll show you the steering wheel again. I believe the alignment is great. It doesn't pull anything. I just think the steering wheel is off a little bit. You can see the speedo working there, the temp gauge, fuel gauge works. It's just a cool place to be. I think it's fun. And I like how everything matches, like the painted everything. Like, look at this. The vents are painted. Everything is painted. The door panels match. I like the color. Big fan. Like I said, you can actually put things back there. Yeah. Spare tire. There's one in there. Please check the gallery for the spare tire pictures. I will have the service record photographs in there. I will have anything that we have done to this car. The records will be in the gallery. Any of the very minor imperfections will be in the gallery as well. I would trust this car to drive about anywhere. Drives great, doesn't overheat, does everything you want it to do. All the lights work. The seat is comfortable. What I think is pretty cool is, and I think this is how it's designed, again, maybe somebody laid this down in the comments if I'm wrong, if you look at these headrests, you can snap them off. It looks like you can almost like clean them. Like they're meant to be removed so you can clean them. So I think that's pretty innovative. You know, the Japanese doing innovation is, you know, very common, obviously. The big thing is when you drive it around, you know, nobody has ever seen one. So it's kind of like this shell shock you get, like, what is this thing? They just read, it just says Pao. It doesn't really just say Nissan on it, it says Pao on it, really big. And people are like, what's a Pao? But I'm like, well, it's a Nissan Pao. You know, right-hand drive, cool, you know, 51 roaring bhp under the hood in here. This one's an auto. I think it's very fun to use. And people are just, again, blown away at it. They're like, what is this thing? It's just one of those cars that's affordable, that has massive impact. And it's not expensive to like keep and maintain and own. Like you can just drive the car and it's usable and fun. Sorry, got the windows down. Let me roll this up so you can kind of see it here. Push that in. There we go. Now we're on the road that isn't off kilter. The steering wheel is fairly good here. We're cruising. It cruises fine around town. Actually, it's got some pretty good pep off the line, if I say so. But for those viewers out there or potential buyers, it's one of those cars, don't be afraid to, like, you know, don't have that fear of being scared of where to buy parts or who to work on it. The engine is quite easy to tinker with. You know, if you have any remote, small ability to work on anything mechanical, you should not be worried while driving this car. It's something that you can easily tinker with or bring it to a shop and they can, you know, basically, you know, tune it up or anything like that. Not a lot to it. That is the Sarasota Airport to our left over there. SRQ. If you want to fly in, you can fly in right there. I'm happy to pick you up in the car if you are interested in it. We can put it up on the lift, go for a test drive, look it all over, see some other cars that we have in there. Drive smooth down the road here, doesn't pull. When we come up to the right turn here, I will show you how good the brakes are. They work quite well. You know, the car doesn't weigh very much, so that helps. There's a little this is an imperfection here, a little pulling in the vinyl. Want to note that. We're going to take it right here. Again, all the indicators work. And I'm slowing down. Brakes work really well. So this is 9th Street, Pennsylvania Avenue. This is Vintage Motors of Sarasota, 7519 Pennsylvania Avenue here in Sarasota, Florida. Rolling up to our shop. We have between 70 and 80 cars here at all times. That is our building. Right there, big teal turrets. I want to say thank you very much for watching and have a fantastic day.